How do you all feel about eating dog meat? I have a deep love for animals, especially dogs and cats, which are so adorable that just looking at them brings a smile to my face. Recently, during a conversation with a friend from Asia, the topic of dog meat came up. Naturally, for most of you watching my video, the mere thought of it might send shivers down your spine. However, my friend had a different perspective. He emphasized the importance of respecting each country's and region's unique cultures. Furthermore, asserting that all animals have equal intrinsic value and prohibiting the consumption of certain animals merely because they are considered cute, while casually allowing the consumption of animals deemed less cute, is referred to as double standards. Especially in the case of France, he found it absurd and contradictory that a culture that denounces the consumption of dog meat also indulges in extremely cruel practices, such as with foie gras, where animals are subjected to severe abuse before being consumed. Moreover, proponents of consuming dog meat argue that distinguishing between dogs raised for consumption and those raised as pets is similar to the differentiation made between cattle or pigs raised for consumption. He also highlights practices within the dairy industry, citing instances of cows undergoing forced artificial insemination, calves being separated from their mothers shortly after birth, and the administration of growth hormones to enhance milk production. He criticized the weak logic of those who advocate for consuming milk from cows raised under constant stress until death, endorsing it without hesitation, while vehemently opposing the consumption of dog meat, even in the face of death. Of course, rationally I understand that there is some logic in those arguments. However, emotionally I found it hard to accept. Lastly, he was taken aback by his friend's shocking assertion that dog meat is incredibly delicious. The conversation we had that day lingered in my mind, so I decided to delve into information about dog meat. In most Western countries and the United States, there is no federal law explicitly prohibiting the consumption of dog meat. Fortunately, however, slaughtering and selling dog and cat meat for human consumption is illegal in many states, with even more states taking explicit measures to ban such practices. Moreover, the U.S. Department of Agriculture has regulations concerning the humane treatment of animals raised for food production. However, these regulations primarily focus on traditional livestock species. Treating dogs as livestock for consumption is not regulated by these standards. While there is no federal law addressing the consumption of dog meat, individual states have the authority to regulate such matters. Some states have enacted laws explicitly prohibiting the slaughter, sale, or possession of dog or cat meat for human consumption. Violations of these laws may result in fines and imprisonment. However, the issue lies in certain regions of Asia and Africa where dog meat consumption is a traditional practice and still prevalent. If such consumption were to be legally prohibited, some concerning situations might arise. Firstly, since the demand for dog meat is substantial and cannot be eradicated instantly if places where dogs are raised and slaughtered are forcibly shut down, they may continue to operate illegally outside the bounds of the law. This could lead to unregulated and inhumane breeding and cruel slaughtering practices in unsanitary environments. Secondly, if existing dog slaughter farms comply with the law and shut down their operations, the owners might find it economically challenging to bear the costs of managing and feeding numerous dogs. Consequently, they might resort to cruelly killing or abandoning all the dogs. Mass killings and disposal of numerous dogs could lead to various diseases or pose problems for nearby water sources. Alternatively, releasing these dogs could result in them roaming in the wild or urban areas, scavenging for food and garbage, potentially posing risks such as biting people, spreading diseases, or even getting hit by vehicles and becoming roadkill. The third concern is that among those who still desire to consume dog meat, someone might resort to stealing other people's pets, especially if the regular supply routes disappear. Can this dilemma be overcome? While it would be ideal for a world where dog meat is prohibited and everyone abstains from consuming it, the reality is likely different. Just the thought of dogs being brutally slaughtered at this very moment is heartbreaking. What are your thoughts? Please, if anyone has compelling reasons to oppose the consumption of dog meat, please share them in the comments. Subscribing and liking the video are a great help. Thanks for watching.